Ladies and gentlemen, please arise for the Chief of the Army Staff. A very good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we extend a warm welcome to today's chief guest, General Upendra Dwivedi, Param Vishisht Seva Medal, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Chief of the Army Staff. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Anjali, on behalf of Chief of the Army Staff, have the proud privilege to welcome this gathering to today's program, titled Respond, Rescue and Train Tiranga Mountain Rescue with Indian Army in Avalanche Rescue Missions. Ladies and gentlemen, founded in 2016, Tiranga Mountain Rescue stands as the first professional mountain and avalanche rescue organization. Born from the vision of Mr. Hemant Sachdev, a passionate philanthropist and Everest climber, TMR exemplifies the spirit of service and innovation in the face of nature's greatest challenges. Led by the accomplished mountaineer Colonel Satish Sharma, Shaurya Chakra Vishisht Seva Medal, TMR's team consists of experienced veterans and young mountaineers. Their work ensures that those who guard our borders are themselves protected. On this note, we would like to present a brief video that offers an insightful overview of this organization, their journey, their milestone, and the incredible impact they have had.
भारतीय सेना कश्मीर के पीर पंजाल पर्वतमाला से लेकर सियाचिन के ग्लेशियर इलाकों, सिक्किम और अरुणाचल में पूर्वी हिमालय तक दुनिया की कुछ सबसे कठिन और सबसे दुर्गम इलाकों में काम करती है। भारतीय सेना के जवान न केवल निडर होकर दुश्मन का सामना करते हैं, बल्कि प्राकृतिक खतरों के लगातार जोखिम में भी जीते हैं, जो उनके लिए अनोखी चुनौतियां हैं। हिमस्खलन यानी कि एवलांचेस ने वास्तविक अभियानों से भी अधिक सैनिकों के जीवन को प्रभावित किया है। विशेष रूप से एवलांचेस सबसे शक्तिशाली खतरा है, जो बिना किसी चेतावनी के बहुत कम अभिक्रिया समय देता है। एवलांच से दोनों जीवन और सामग्री का नुकसान होता है। तिरंगा माउंटेन रेस्क्यू एक जाने माने पर्वतारोही और परोपकारी श्री हेमंत सचदेव द्वारा स्थापित ट्रस्ट की एक अनोखी और नेक पहल है। इसमें योग्य और कुशल पर्वतारोही शामिल हैं, दोनों भूतपूर्व सैनिक और असैनिक, जिनके पास मिशन प्रभावशीलता में भारतीय सेना को योगदान और समर्थन करने की तीव्र इच्छा है। टीएमआर की कल्पना 2016 में सियाचिन क्षेत्र में एक प्रसिद्ध और दुखद एवलांच की घटना के पश्चात हुई थी। इस घटना में 10 सैनिक मारे गए थे और लांस नायक हनुमन थप्पा एवलांच के नीचे 6 दिनों तक जीवित रहे। उद्देश्य एक पेशेवर टीम बनाने का था, जो एवलांच संबंधित क्षेत्रों में बचाव कार्यवाही कर सके। आज अधिकांश टीएमआर में एवरेस्टर्स शामिल हैं। इसका नेतृत्व अत्यधिक निपुण और सम्मानित सेनानिवृत्त कर्नल सतीश शर्मा कर रहे हैं। टीम अनुभव, प्रवृत्ति और प्राकृतिक योग्यता पर निर्भर करती है। ये अच्छी तरह से प्रशिक्षित, अत्यधिक प्रेरित सदस्य हैं, जो दुनिया के सर्वश्रेष्ठ उपकरणों से लैस हैं। टीमों को हर सर्दियों में 6 महीने के लिए तैनात किया जाता है और किसी भी आकस्मिकता का जवाब देने के लिए 24 घंटे तैयार रहना पड़ता है। स्विट्जरलैंड में दुनिया के प्रमुख एवलांच और रेस्क्यू संगठन में उन्हें नियमित रूप से प्रशिक्षित किया जाता है। 2016 से टीमों को देश की हिमस्खलन संभावित उच्च ऊंचाई वाली सीमाओं पर तैनात किया गया है। 2016 से 2018 तक टीमें मुख्य रूप से ऑन कॉल रेस्क्यू और रिकवरी में लगी हुई थी। हालांकि 2019 के बाद से टीएमआर टीमें सक्रिय रूप से तैनात हैं, जिसमें इलाकों का विश्लेषण करना, डेटा कैप्चर करना, सैनिकों की अवलांच से सुरक्षा की निगरानी करना और चौकियों पर सैनिकों का प्रशिक्षण करना शामिल है। 2016 से टीएमआर टीम्स का सीमा पर स्थित चौकियों का दौरा और प्रशिक्षित सैनिकों की संख्या में उत्तरोत्तर वृद्धि हुई है। वर्तमान सर्दियों के मौसम में टीएमआर टीम्स ने उत्तरी और पूर्वी कमान में सैकड़ों चौकियों का दौरा और हजारों सैनिकों का प्रशिक्षित किया है। एवलांच और रेस्क्यू में टीएमआर की प्रभावशीलता वर्षों से उत्तरोत्तर विकास हुई है और टीमों को तैनात किए जाने के बाद कैजुअल्टी रेट में भारी कमी आई। टीएमआर का उद्देश्य एवलांच संभावित क्षेत्रों में एक दीर्घकालिक विशेष बचाव, जान माल और संपत्ति के नुकसान की भविष्यवाणी और रोकथाम के लिए एक गहन संस्थागत ज्ञान आधार का निर्माण करना है। इस वर्ष से टीएमआर की 15 टीम्स कश्मीर, लेह लद्दाख, उत्तराखंड, सिक्किम और अरुणाचल में तैनात होंगी। आज हमारे लिए यह गौरव की बात है कि टीएमआर 3 कमांड्स के बाद भारतीय सेना के साथ आज राष्ट्रीय समझौता ज्ञापन पर हस्ताक्षर करने जा रहे हैं। यह टीएमआर के लिए एक महत्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रम है, जिसमें सेना अध्यक्ष, सेना उप अध्यक्ष और महत्वपूर्ण अधिकारी शामिल हैं। इसके साथ हम पूरे देश में राष्ट्रीय और सेना की सेवा में समर्पित होंगे। टीएमआर उस सैनिक का समर्थन करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है जो निस्वार्थ भाव से राष्ट्र की सेवा करता है।
The video really highlights the exceptional work and passion that TMR brings to the table. Moving forward to commence today's proceeding, may I now invite Lieutenant General Tarun Kumar Aich, Param Vishesh Seva Medal, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, Deputy Chief of Army Staff Strategy, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
The Chief of Army Staff, respected veterans, Mr. Hemant Sachdev, founder, Tiranga Mountain Rescue Foundation, esteemed guests, officers, and TMR team members. On behalf of the Chief of Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, I welcome you all to this memorable MOU signing ceremony between the Indian Army and the TMR Foundation. The video that you have just seen gives a vivid account of the activities of the TMR, to include various training procedures, drills, and avalanche rescue techniques, mitigating the risks and minimizing casualties to Indian Army soldiers due to avalanche accidents. The first MOU was signed between TMR and Northern Command in 2016 to provide dedicated avalanche and rescue cover by deploying teams to selected areas during winter. MOUs were signed with Eastern and Central Command in 2022 and 2024 for the same purpose. Today, TMR has deployed a total of 15 teams, with 11 teams in Northern Command from Pir Panjal to Siachen Glacier, and 2 teams in North Sikkim and Tawang in Eastern Command. And in the coming winters, 2 teams will be deployed in Malari and Gunji sectors in Central Command. TMR teams are equipped with modern equipment, the RECO radars, for search and rescue. In addition to their primary role as first responders in the avalanche-prone areas, they have also played a key role in training and mentoring the inducting troops in order to enhance their rescue and survival skills. In the winter of 2019-20, during the COVID and extremely difficult times, when I was the Commandant High Altitude Warfare School, popularly known as HOS, and the chief was the DG Infantry, HOS was intricately involved in the induction of TMR teams, as also the training of troops in forward areas in concert with the TMR. The teams every year visit number of avalanche-prone posts and train soldiers deployed in high-altitude areas. The winter season of 2023 and 24 was entirely avalanche accident casualty free. Given the demonstrated effectiveness and the results achieved by them, there is a rising demand for the deployment of more TMR teams. They've also been instrumental in undertaking some of the most daring avalanche rescue operations in Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, as also in Eastern Command, when they contributed to the rescue efforts in Yangtze in February 2022. TMR has also played a pivotal role in national disaster relief efforts. Members have deployed for recovering bodies of the landslide victims in Tupul, Manipur in June 2022, tracing the mortal remains of the victims of the Mount Trishul Navy expedition and the glacial lake outburst flood in Sikkim. After a series of catastrophic landslides hit Wayanad district in July this year, a 5-member TMR team conducted search and rescue operations. The sterling achievements of the TMR teams have been recognized by the award of Chief of Army Staff, Vice Chief of Army Staff, and Northern Army Commander commendation cards to its members. The gathering today and the signing of the ceremony is a testament to the tremendous progress we have made over the last 9 years in fostering cooperation and collaboration between our organizations. Today, we are honored by the presence of several distinguished officers who have played vital roles in this journey. We have General Hooda sir, former Northern Army Commander, General Badani sir, former MGGS Northern Command, who are here today and had an important role to play, as also the Chief of Army Staff, who, during his tenure as the Northern Army Commander, facilitated the work of the TMR. He has personally interacted with the team, awarded and motivated them. We also have General Ojla, former General Officer Commanding of 15 Corps and 20th Division, as well as General VMB Krishnan, again, former General Officer Commanding 20th Division. Both have consistently engaged with and inspired the TMR team, offering them invaluable guidance and support. We have also have amongst us Brigadier Kishan Kumar, a veteran from the Madras Regiment, and Colonel Satish Sharma, a veteran from the Dogra Regiment, both who are accomplished mountaineers and associated with the TMR, and both incidentally were my instructors when I underwent the course in HOS. Finally, I must acknowledge the presence of the parents and family of Mr. Hemant Sachdev, who are with us here today. They have every reason to be proud of Mr. Hemant's passion and accomplishments, and whose selfless dedication over the past 9 years has made an immense contribution to the Army and the nation by saving many lives. Their presence here today is a testament to the unwavering support they have provided on this remarkable journey. May this association continue to thrive, expanding its scope and complexity, as this will undoubtedly benefit the Army in the long run. Given the evolving operational dynamics and the ever-changing climatic conditions which are increasingly leading us to unpredictable and significant black swan events, it is crucial that we remain prepared mentally, physically, and technically for the challenges that lie ahead. Thank you all for your continued support and dedication. Together, we are building a stronger and more resilient land force. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. May I now invite Mr. Hemant Sachdev, founder TMR, to kindly address the gathering.
Morning, everyone. A very special thank you to General Dwivedi, Chief of Army Staff, uh, Deputy Chief General Leitch, DG Claus, sorry, the mic, DG Claus and General Ojla, General Huda, General Badani, and all of you for being here today. It was 9 years ago the idea of TMR came about. It was an idea which was necessary at the time, and a lot of time has flown past. And even though we've come pretty far from where we started, we still have a long way to go. And through this journey of 9 years, 15 teams, over 200 posts, and over 50,000 soldiers trained, we have learned a few important lessons. And I want to share 3 of them with you today. The first one we have learned is about leadership. How do army people motivate their soldiers to fight and be ready to die while discharging their duties? We in our corporate world can't imagine any of it. People leave jobs for a little bit more pay or a shorter commute from home. In 2016, my chance meeting with General Badani and our long animated discussion about how we can save 30, 40, 50 casualties that happen everywhere, how can we mitigate that, led to a meeting with General Huda, the then Northern Army commander, who after a short 15-minute chat on discussing on how these teams could be better than what existed, simply said to me, please go ahead and do it. And then remarked to me that if this effort could save one life over the next 5 years, it would be worth it. And then quietly, he fought all the resistance in the organization, and we signed a MOU for only 5 years in 2016. In 2019, when we were doing 40% of work than we do today, and we had lots of niggling problems, we had old misconceptions that were stopping major reforms, I had one meeting with General Ranbir Singh, the then Northern Army commander, and he accepted my suggestion and said we want to take over most of the training and do analysis of all posts. At the end of the conversation, he made sure all of that happened. He passed the orders and he said, I hope this will make my boys safer. In 2021, after being the commandant of Horse and having all those resources at his disposal, General Aich, one fine morning, called Colonel Sharma and said, I'm in 33 Corps and there is serious risk for my troops here. Can you send one team? We had no MOU with Eastern Command or with the Corps, and we did not even have a conversation with them. He cut all the red tapes, cleared several blockades, and we signed an MOU. and the team was utilized to its maximum, and we had no casualties there. Later, he remarked to me, much later, that when I arrived there, I had sleepless nights looking at all the conditions and the challenges. And having a team there was absolute must. And I wanted to do it before something happened and not as a reaction. By 2022, we had reached a point where we were visiting about 100, 150 posts and training 5, 6,000, 10,000 soldiers a year. Casualties were down by 80%. In May that year, we happened to meet General Dwivedi, the then Northern Army commander, who, despite being very soft and kind with his words, firmly backed the request for more teams and more deployment. When we agreed, he said to me in his smiling demeanor, "We still have 20% left." And in the winter of 23-24, the first time since 1984, this joint effort between TMR and the Army led to 0 casualties. In 2023, I got a call from General Raja Subramani, the then Central Army commander. And he very quickly got to his point and he said, "I have 2 sectors that have serious mountains and risks. Though there have been no casualties the last year, but 3 years ago, there were several deaths. I can't let that happen again. So let's sign an MOU and get it going." Through all the experiences that I shared with you today, I learned a key thing from everyone I encountered, no matter how senior an officer became or how busy he was. The minute an idea was presented that could save a soldier's life or make it safer, all of them paid attention. Every door we knocked was open for us as long as it benefited the soldier. This is true leadership. The second thing we learned through these years was about duty. I climbed Mount Everest in 2013. It's 10 years ago, but I remember it was very tough. You stay there for 2 months, you're always above 17,000 feet, it's very cold. I lost 11 kgs from my not so large frame, and you feel pushed mentally and physically. But I did it purely out of passion. There was no sense of duty or compulsion. Over the years, I noticed Jawans in posts like Kumar, Sonam, Bana. They brave extreme cold weather and very harsh conditions, and in some places remain there for 3 months. Most of them don't have passion to be in the mountains like me, or the love for it. But they stand there tall, protecting what's ours. To be candid, I wonder if I could do the same and last as long as they do. We've also witnessed some unfortunate incidents. There are avalanches, people die on post, or they get caught through roots. But after one thing, I noticed something which was often forgotten or often was not apparent to us, that immediately preceding these incidents, other Jawans went and occupied those posts with the same sense of duty, like nothing happened. This is true commitment. And the third thing I'll share is about pride. In all the 15 teams that we have, most of the boys come from Uttarakhand or Himachal. Some of these boys are educated, some less, but all share a deep love for the mountains. Let me share an incident about a team member, Ashwini. He has an MA in economics, and he has loved mountaineering for a long time. He climbed Mount Everest besides other mountains, but he could never find something that could blend his passion for the mountains and sustain a career. Today, after many years of being trained by the best guys in Europe and being deployed every year with the Army, he has a stable job. And recently he mentioned to me that the most proud feeling in his life is living his passion but working for a greater cause, to save the ones who protect us. Or take the example of Havildar Parduman Singh, who left the army in 2011. He was in 20 Jackrift, and he joined TMR in 2016. He was very excited to join an organization doing something special, and he was happy to be back working with the army. He runs a small adventure camp, and that in the summer when he's off from TMR work. But he said to me, I feel most satisfied working with his family, the army, and proudest moment was when he got a chief commendation card in 2019. And finally, let me share something about my friend, Colonel Sharma, who's been with me in this journey from the start. After serving a full life in the army, being highly decorated, he has served most of his years in the army, and the rest he now spends a lot on the golf course. I see him very excited when we talk about teams, deployment, places where we can make an impact.
WebEx Assistant is enabled to save audio highlights.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your journey and your milestones. Moving forward, we have the MOU signing ceremony. I now invite Major General Manish Luthra, Additional Director General, Military Operation, to join us for the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. I also request the signatory, Mr. Hemant Sachdev, Founder TMR, to join us for the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding. I now invite the Chief of the Army Staff, Deputy Chief of the Army Staff Strategy, and Colonel Satish Sharma to join the signatories on the stage for a group photograph. I now request the Chief of the Army Staff to present a memento to Mr. Hemant Sachdev. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hemant Sachdev would also like to present a memento to the Chief of the Army Staff. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir. As we near the conclusion of our program, I thank each and everyone present today for gracing today's program at Clause. I now invite all guests to join us in the Abhimanyu Hall for tea, refreshment, and positive interaction. Thank you all once again. Jai Hind.